As a second language learner, Hanania and Grandman's 1977 study provides insight that resonated with my journey of learning English. Initially, much like Fatma, I relied on memorized phrases and routines to communicate. Expressions like "Can you help me?" or "I don't understand" become my go-to tools in conversation. At the time, I didn't always understand the structure of these phrases. They were simply sounds I repeated in the appropriate context. These routines were crucial for building my confidence and enabling basic interactions. As I progressed, I began noticing patterns in the language through exposure to authentic interactions, such as listening to native speakers or participating in discussions. This gradual awareness allowed me to construct sentences of my own. Moving beyond rote memorization, I started experimenting with new combinations of words to express unique ideas. Even when my grammar wasn't always perfect, this reflects the process of creative construction that Hanania and Gradman observed in Fatma's syntactic development. In my expressions, the findings of this study underline how adults can successfully acquire a second language by building on routines and gradually developing creativity in language use. It highlights the importance of practice, interactions, and immersion in fostering meaningful and adaptive communication skills. So, for the number two question, LSR 1997 emphasized that the computational models explain three stages that occur in human mind when acquiring language. What do you know of the model? Explain your answer in detail and support with example. So, uh, this compos- this computational model shows how language acquisition progresses systemically, moving from passive recognition or intake to active production or output. For instance, when I started learning English, I first memorized phrases from classroom lessons or intake, gradually internali- internal, internalize them through repetition and practice integration, and eventually use them naturally in conversation or output. This process highlights the importance of consistent exposure, practice, and application in mastering a second language. So, the intake stage. In this initial stage, adults receive and process language input, storing it in their short-term memory. This input, referred to as intake, consists of word phrases or grammatical patterns incorporated through listening and or reading. For example, a learner hears the phrase. Okay, sorry. For example, a learner hears the phrase, "Can I have water?" during a conversation. They store this phrase in their short-term memory as a recognizable pattern. Okay, next, the integration stage. The intake from short-term memory is then transferred to long-term memory, where it becomes part of the learner's knowledge of the second language. This involves processing and internalizing the linguistic elements, turning them into usable knowledge. For example, the phrase, "Can I have water?" becomes more than a memorized chunk. The learner begins to understand its structure. How can I have can be used to make polite requests, and water is a noun representing an object. Next, the output stage. Finally, the learner uses the knowledge stored in long-term memory to produce language during verbal communication. This stage involves retrieving and combining linguistic elements to express facts and ideas. For example, in a restaurant, the learner actively uses the phrase "Can I have water?" to request a drink, adapting it to their context and producing meaningful speech. This computational model shows how language acquisition progresses systemically, moving from passive recognition or intake to active production or output. For instance, when I started learning English, I first memorized phrases from classroom lessons or intake. Gradually internalize them through repetition, practice, or integration, and efficiently use them naturally in conversation or output. This process highlights the importance of consistent exposure, practice, and application is in mastering a second language. So, uh, that's all for my explanation about this assignment 9. I want to say sorry if I make a lot of mistake in this video. Thank you for watching and thank you for your attention to watch my video. See you guys. See you in the next video. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.